So, good day everyone. So, today I will discuss to you the Unit 5, which is about the late childhood or the intermediate schoolers. So, for the objective, at the end of the discussion or this module, the students will be able to first identify the different physical characteristics of intermediate schoolers. Number 2, discuss ways and practices which will aid children in successfully developing physically. And lastly, design a simple exercise program appropriate for intermediate school children. So, late childhood is generally defined as ages 9 to 10. So, others may call this stage as preteens. Physical changes during this stage is fairly unpredictable among children in this age group. The steady and gradual changes happening in children at this stage, especially with their increasing familiarity with schoolwork and other possible activities, provide them with a greater opportunity to develop their motor skills functioning. So the next one is the intermediate schoolers. Intermediate schoolers have more control over their bodies than they have when they were in primary school. They become more active and have greater liberty to choose the hobbies or sports that they want to get involved in. So children in their late childhood stage always seem to be in a hurry. They get so busy with their schoolwork, interacting with their friends, exploring other possible activities. But this period of physical development seems to take on a leisure pace. So this may be the stage when puberty may begin. So what is puberty? Puberty is the period in which the body undergoes physical changes and becomes capable of sexual reproduction. So under puberty, there is what we call early puberty. On the average, girls are generally as much as 2 years ahead of boys in terms of physical maturity. Although these developments may be determined by how close a child is to puberty, puberty may begin early. Budding breast for girls, which is the initial sign of puberty. Some girls may also start with their menstrual period as early as 8 and some as late as 13. Puberty's changes starts when the brain triggers the production of sex hormones. Here are some changes that may happen to both girls and boys during early puberty. First is a typical child's weight during late childhood ranges from 2.3 to 3.2 kg every year. Number 2, the main cause of weight gain was the expansion of the skeletal and muscular systems, as well as a number of organs. Number 3, growth spurts, which are abrupt increase in height and weight that are typically accompanied by an increase in hunger and food consumption, can occur in children during this stage. Number 4, numerous physical features including the face, muscles, skeleton, kidneys, and liver grow normally for both boys and girls. 5, an increase in body fats also occurs in preparation for the growth that occurs during adolescence. Number 6, the body fat increase occurs earlier in girls and is greater in quantity. Number 7, girls appear to be chubby while boys tend to have more lean body mass per inch of height than girls. Lastly, these differences in body composition become more significant during adolescence. Let's proceed to the next slide, which is about motor skills. So during this stage, movements or the muscles and bones become more coordinated. At the age of 10 or 11 years, most children will have learned to play sports like swimming, basketball, volleyball, and running. These physical skills become a source of pleasure and great achievements to the children. Although a significant increase in physical activity may occur in this stage, children in their late childhood is far from being physically mature. They become overwhelmed when sitting or standing too long than when running, jumping, or playing actively. So the next one is about insecurities. At this stage, children may become very concerned about their physical appearance. Girls especially may become concerned about their weight and decided to eat less, while boys may become aware of their stature and muscle size and strength. Since this stage can bring about insecurities, parents and teachers must be very conscious about their dealings with these children. Appropriate activities must be designed so that children will be guided into the right direction. Children must be given opportunities to engage themselves in worthwhile activities that first promote health growth, second, give them a feeling of accomplishment, and lastly, reduce the risk of certain disease. Next is implications to child care, education, and parenting. During this stage, children are more physically active. However, they still have a lot of physical maturity to undergo. Here are some points to consider for healthcare providers, teachers, and parents. First is to provide ample opportunities at home and in school for physical exercise and sports. Number two, encourage children to participate in varied worthwhile activities until they are able to discover the ones they are interested in. Number three, develop a strong emotional attachment with your children so as to address any insecurities and social concerns. And lastly, since children in this stage have more control over their eating habits, provide them with healthier food choices. The late childhood period is when the development of intelligence goes very fast. Therefore, during this stage, it is important for children to gain analytical thinking and reasoning skills along with others. So that's all about my report. Thank you for watching.